Peace, fam. Welcome back to my channel. Queens and kings, step in the room, step in the room. Before we get started, like, comment, tag, share, subscribe if you haven't yet. And all new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome home to Kathy's Abode, where we're family. We're here to be respectful. We're here to share our input because, like I always say, sometimes our perspectives are different. Maybe we see a certain skit or situation different based on your experience. Maybe you can share, but we all have a point of view, and it should be respected. And just treat each other with love and courtesy, right? We get enough hell out in the streets, and here I want us to show warmth and definitely love, okay, and respect. Now we're gonna get in here with this next skit on Trill. Trill, um, like some of the others on these skits that have are from the streets. Um, we may have been from the streets. We may have done what some of these characters have done, or have friends and family members that are out there on the street. But nevertheless, we love them. They're our family. They still have good in them, but due to certain circumstances, that's where they found themselves. Can they change? Yes. Can they turn their life around? Most definitely. Especially when you have those in your corner that encourage you and just try to show you another way and let you know that you better than what you are. And just because you start off a certain way, or you came from a certain way of life, that's not the period at the end of your sentence of life. And you have other things to do, other things to accomplish. And you know, um, we know Hollywood and is about that money. She's about that money. And one of the previous skits, they were trying to tell Melissa that, Trill is good. They see something in him. Um, he's special or what have you. I don't think Trill told. Once you get to know Trill, you can tell that Trill has a good heart. I remember when he first came on the scene. Um, I wasn't liking him. He was coming off, you know, like a lot of street dudes do. His character wasn't that likable, but I'm liking how since J-Mo is gone, we get to learn a little bit more about Trill. We get to see what he's been through. We get to learn about his children's mothers. We see the differences in them. um, we see pretty much his heart, how it pains him to see his brother and what's going on with the cancer of his brother. And you get to learn, Lord, when you get to see people a little bit more, you learn that they're more than just face value. And that's what I'm learning from this storyline with Trill, that there's a lot more there than meets the eye. He sees a lot more in Melissa. um, he's seeing how they're pretty much like kindred spirits, like they're good for each other. And she's not interested in him because she's trying to take a turn in her life. She's trying to do different things. She's trying to change. She really didn't want anything to do with this situation with Trill and her mother, but what can she do about her mother? She got to get on her own 2 feet, build up her business. She's trying to get her client and do her, personal shopping thing. And then eventually, I think she will move out and get on her own 2 feet. But right now, she's with her mom and she's dealing with what the business her mom has with Trill. Now, this particular storyline is about Trill with the baby mother. Now, we saw that Trill, his son's mother, she's one that wants better for Trill. She doesn't want Trill in that life. She doesn't want the boys with him until he turns his life around. Unlike the daughter's mother, she just want the money. And I guess if Trill get locked up, she thinks she's just gonna bail him out, use the money, do whatever Trill wants. But as far as transformation and doing better, she's one of the ones who feels that what he's doing now is the do all, the be all. You know what I'm saying? This is the good. This is the street life. This is who he is. This is who he's always gonna be. And she don't mind supporting that. Then you have someone else that's totally different. With the boys, she sees something that Trill can do something better than this, and she doesn't want her sons caught up in that mess, and you can't blame her. So this next skit is about how Trill tells a baby mama that she's right. So let's get in here and see this conversation.
What's up, Joe? Good.
Cool, cool. How you doing?
I can't complain. What's going on?
So I wanted to talk to you. Um, thought about what you said,
Mhm.
and you were right. If I was in your shoes and you were doing the things that I'm doing, I wouldn't want you around my boys neither.
Mm.
And it's hurtful to hear, but it was truly coming from a selfish place. And I just gotta be real, man. I want the best for my boys just like you do.
Yeah.
And I understand. And I don't want the boys to be like
Mhm.
me.
Mm. I mean, here's the thing. I hear what you're saying, but you kind of missing the point. It's not that I don't want the boys to be like you. I just don't want the boys to be like who you are right now. You have so much potential. Look at everything that you've been able to quote unquote achieve. I may not agree with it, but at the end of the day, you got people following you. You're leading people. That means something. And I want you to see that. And I want you to see it for yourself. There's so much inside of you.
I appreciate that.
It's true.
And I understand.
I love that. I love that. Um, and it almost brings me to tears because more black men need to hear that. Um, especially from their children's mother. You know, just thinking that they out to just hurt them. Um, if they want, holding their children away from them, or don't want their children to necessarily be out with them. If they're leading that lifestyle. Um, but she says, no, it's not. I don't want to keep your children from you. I just don't want, and I'm not saying I don't want them to be like their father, because she sees the good in him. She sees the leader in him. And if a lot of black men just lead how they do in them streets into business or something positive, would be so dynamic and blown away. It's just transferring your skills and your mindset for good. That's it. Use it for your powers for good and not evil. Period. And that's what it's about for our lives. Like, you can do better. I want your sons to be like you, but the good part of you. That's it. I just don't like what you're doing now. But to throw away our people and be like, you good for nothing, or you never will be good. No, it's just the circumstances of what you are doing that we don't like. It's not you, the person, because God is in you. And that's what you need to see. Don't be working on letting Satan overtake you, or the devil in you work. Let the God in you work. Like when we was little, always be a God, an angel on the shoulder, someone in black, someone in white, the little devil, the angel, whatever. That's the forces within yourself. That's the struggle of good and evil within. Nothing spooky about it, because you can have heaven and you can live through hell right here on earth. It's all a part of this. So the circumstances don't have to stay hell. Work hard to transfer so you can have your heaven right here on earth. And so that's what she's trying to tell him. You know, let that God in you work.
Man, like as parents, we gotta check each other.
Yeah, me too.
So I appreciate you for checking me. And if I ever have to check you, I'ma always make sure you're on point. So
I
thank you.
appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for
Hmm.
that.
Well, I'm hearing that the boys are saying that they want to live with you.
What? They
That's what they've been saying.
they told you that?
They told me that.
Mm.
And what you say?
I mean, you know me. I told them one thing about me. I can't raise no man. I'm a woman, and it's two of them. So at the end of the day, I let them know that if you did what you needed to do and got yourself together, you could have full custody.
What?
Yeah,
Stop playing.
Wow.
I'm not playing.
Girl, give me a hug,
Wait, wait, wait,
girl.
wait, 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 wait. I said if you get yourself together. Okay?
Come on,
All
man.
right.
Thank you, mama.
No problem.
That's beautiful because I love that. I love it because it's giving him something now to aspire to. You know, the look on his face, he said he could just have full custody. Most men don't want no full custody. Now, since you give it, I could say you can start off with joint. Start off with joint. Sis trying to give him totally over. She like, listen, I ain't trying to raise these boys. Start off with joint, sis. Y'all share and see how it works out. But he was so excited. He was shocked that she would even think enough of him to totally give him his boys to raise. And it looks like he was happy to do that. And you don't get that from a whole lot of men. Full custody of their children, or we don't see it. I'm gonna say that because I think there's a lot of men out there that's not getting credit as fathers, just raising their children on their own. But um, yeah, we can't make men men as much as we want to. I'm a mother and a father on Father's Day. No, I don't like that because I don't want to say I'm a happy Father's Day to me. I may have to deal with both sides, but not because I wanted to, because I had to. Um, but believe me, we really don't want to. Because we can't make men. They need their fathers. So I'm optimistic about Trill. I really feel that you can do better, Trill. And I'm rooting on you, brother. I'm rooting on you. So you can get your boys, because I know that made his day. So that joy, I think, will give him something to reevaluate. And I'm gonna say this: that prayer Melissa did was beautiful, because he thought he had nobody to turn to when he's dealing with all these problems. And she reminded him, oh, you got somebody to turn to. You got God to turn to. And Melissa's kind of quiet right now. She's not doing a whole lot. She's trying to get herself together, and I see her transforming. I don't think she gets enough credit, and I like how I see the humility, and I do see some growth in her. I'm gonna give her credit because a lot of times we want to continue to knock and see the wrong and judge, but we don't give people, try to give them for the efforts, for the steps that they make, because it's not easy in this world changing old habits and trying to make yourself better. So I'm going to applaud my sister and what she did with Trill, and praying and knowing, telling him to turn to God. Because let me tell you something, that prayer that they did got him thinking, and humbled himself enough to come to his son's mother and let him know that what she said was right. Because it had it been me, I would have said the same thing. So Shayla prayed, ain't do a damn thing. She jumped and she prayed selfishly, and didn't turn around and change her heart at all. But Trill is making a difference. That's the difference from that old raggedy chick and her mama. Go to God and make some real effort to change and stop having the same old habits day after day. That's playing with God, in my opinion. But rooting for Trill. Put in the comments what you think. Um, Trill gonna make some significant efforts. Do you think him and Melissa will be a couple in the future? And will it work out? We'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned. But I'm liking this little storyline with Trill. I wanna see his transformation really happen. All right, fam.